Hello. Yeah, welcome to the new video, guys. In this video, I'm going to explain you this geeks for geek question: leader in an array. So let us first uh, read this question and understand how to solve this question. Okay, we will take an approach of O of n time complexity because in this question it is saying expected time complexity is O of n. So we will use the optimized solution only. Okay, so let us read this question once and try to understand what we have to do to solve it. Okay, so leaders in an array, given an array of A of given an array A of positive integer, a array given with a positive integer, your task is to find the leaders in that array. Okay, we have to find the leaders. Let read, let's read further. An element of array is leader if it is greater than or equal to all the element to its right side. Okay, so if the element is going to be leader if and only if the right side of all the element is smaller than this element. Okay, the rightmost element is always a leader. The rightmost element, which is the end of the array, is always a leader because there is no other element which is smaller or greater to it. It is the last element, so it is always an leader. Okay, so how we find this? Let us understand. Let us take this array and how we are going to solve this. So this is the given array. Here, if we try the human approach, we will see here is the leader 17, 5 and 2. So how we are going to solve this? How we find 17, 5 and 2 is a leader? We use our own mind, like after 16, 17 is a greater, and after 17 none of the element is greater, so one of the leader is 17. uh, 4 4 is not greater because there is a greater element 5 after 4. The right hand side element, one element is greater, so 4 is not leader. 3 is also not a leader because 5 is greater, and 5 is greater than all the right hand side element, so 5 is a leader, and 2 rightmost element is always a leader. So let us discuss which approach I am going to follow here to solve this question. So if you think, like, we can solve it many approaches, but one of the best approach, I think, we are going to iterate a loop reverse. Okay, we are going to iterate a loop reverse, and in this question we have to return a array list. So first we have to create a array list, and after that I have to iterate the loop in reverse and give a condition that if C in this array, the greater element is always a leader from this. Here, this one is the greater first, and then this one is the greater first. These two are leader. This is smaller, this is smaller, and this one is the greater from right most, from when we are iterating the loop from the end. This one is the leader. Okay, and then we iterate it. So this is smaller. So if we iterate this loop from the end, we will get our answer. But there is a catch here. What answer we are getting? Let's see. If we iterate the loop, we have to write the loop here. I is greater than equal to 0. I minus minus. Okay. So this is our loop. Actually, so this is our loop. Okay. So if we iterate it from here, the first element 2 is leader now. Then when we decrement the I once, the 5 is greater from 2. So 5 is greater now. And then 3 is smaller from these two. So this is the smaller element. So this is not a leader. And here 4 is also smaller than 5. So it is also not a leader. And here 17 is greater. When we iterate is from the end, 17 is greater. Okay, so we will write 17 and 16 is smaller. So from this loop, if we add a condition here to find the maximum, we will get this result. Okay, but we need to find result like this. We are getting 2, 5 and 17, but we need to find 17, 5 and 2. Okay, so we need to do one thing. We need to, like, we are using array list here and we are adding the element in array list, so we can use a method called collections.reverse. The collection.reverse method do reverse the array list. Okay, so let us, like, this become, when we use inside that array list name, then we get the desired result. So we will get the solution here. Okay, let's code it once so that you can understand how this code works. And I think this is the easiest solution, or you can understand it easily. Okay, so let us code it once and see. So first we have to take an array list. Okay, to store the values, we have taken the array list, and then we have to take a variable max. Okay, because if we take a variable max, then only we have to find. So let us take the, let initialize it as a 0. And now write the for loop. Array length -1 greater than equal to 0 I minus minus. So here we have to add an if condition. If array I is greater than equal to, so if the array I is greater than equal to max, so we have to convert that max array I and then add it into the array list. So okay, if it enters in this if condition, and then the array I is greater than or equal to max, so the max value get changed and it is stored in the list. Okay, after that the loop ends, and then we are getting the solution as a reverse order, like we are getting the solution this order. Now we have to convert it, reverse it. So for reversing, I told you earlier we need to use this method. So write this method once. collections dot. Okay. And now we have to return this method. Return list. Let me once run this code and see any mistake done by me or not. Something went wrong. Okay, so this gonna be okay. I'm getting the right answer. Okay, so let us submit this code once and see. Submitting the code. It takes a bit long time. Okay, the solution is running. So this is the solution for this. Um, we are doing it in O of n time complexity, storing it in a array list because we have to return it in array list, and we are reversing the result we are getting from this for loop with this collection dot reverse method. And because the array list is a part of collection, and here is the method reverse. So this is the solution. You can go through it, you can try your own to solve it. So that's it for this video. I will meet you soon in the next video. Goodbye, guys.